Hey guys, welcome back to Just Cook with Dustin. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a no-knead rosemary bread baked in a Dutch oven. We're going to get started off here with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. When I filmed this I only used a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but I had to go back and add 3 more 1/4 teaspoons of salt to this. We're also going to add to this about a tablespoon of freshly chopped rosemary, about a sprig of that, and we're going to chop it up real fine and then add that into our flour and get it thoroughly mixed with our dry ingredients. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of bread yeast. Once we have all of our dry ingredients incorporated, we're going to begin to add our water. This is just room temperature water, and I'm going to add 1½ cups to start. And I'm going to stir this together with the spatula and make sure that all the flour is hydrated. And as I see that there's dry bits still stuck on the walls of the bowl and it's not completely hydrated, I'm going to begin to add that last 1/4 cup as I see that it's needed. We don't want this to be super wet, but we want to make sure that all of the flour is hydrated. Once all of the flour has been hydrated, we're going to clean off the spatula here, and then we're going to let this rest for 3 hours. We're just going to cover it with a towel. A damp towel works great, and just let it sit on the counter there in the kitchen for 3 hours until it's time to bake it. And then once that 3 hours has passed, we're going to flour our working surface and then turn the dough out onto that working surface. And then we're going to sprinkle a little extra flour on top of the dough. Once we have covered the surface of the bread with some extra flour, we're just going to begin to fold it in over on top of itself. And we're only going to do this a few times. This is going to take about 20-30 seconds to just fold it over. This is all done in real time. And then I'm going to gently shape it into a ball of bread. We're going to take another bowl, line it with parchment paper, and then take the bread. Like I said, we're going to gently shape it into a round loaf, and we're going to place that into the bowl that has the parchment paper, and then we're going to cover that with a towel and let it rest while we preheat our oven to 450 degrees. And we're also going to put a empty Dutch oven into this oven to preheat. We want the oven and the Dutch oven to be preheated to 450 degrees. I need a little extra room here, so I got to take out the top rack, and then I'm going to place it in. And once this has come up to heat, we're going to take the Dutch oven out of the oven and place our parchment paper and bread loaf inside, covering it with the lid and placing it in the oven at 450 degrees and let it bake for 30 to 35 minutes covered. After letting it bake for 30 to 35 minutes, we're going to take it out of the oven, take a look at it, and I want it to be a little more brown, so I'm going to remove the lid and place it back into the oven to bake for an additional 5 minutes to add a little extra color to the bread. The smell of rosemary coming off of this is just amazing. It's so aromatic, and there are other aromatics and spices that you can use in this. Roasted garlic is a great one to add to this, or you can make an onion bread using the onion flakes. But you can see the rosemary here that's just dispersed throughout the bread. It's got such a great flavor. This goes great with a good hearty soup, or if you want to have it on the side of a steak dinner with salad. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, that you will give this recipe a try. And if you have enjoyed this, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends. That's a great way to help me grow this channel. And I will see you guys again next week. Take care.
That's good stuff. You gotta try this recipe.